All right, everybody. Looks like I have the setup slightly off here, but we'll figure that out while we're going. We are here for some um, Power Rangers Jungle Beasts. Sorry that I didn't have everything set up. It's been a bit of a day. Um, so we are going to be doing the next episode, following up from the last one. Where last time on Power Rangers, um, the team went to France, went to Paris specifically, to set up or to find one of the grid crystals, and they um, did find it in the possession of a large knight type guy who they had to fight. But after he was destroyed with their Zords, after growing big, the grid crystal shot up into the sky, only to be intercepted by a mysterious red bird-like Zord. So they are currently not sure what to do about that. But Zelkar has assured them that, it's not like an absolute total disaster. Be fine. But yeah, they've had a bit of a setback recently. So let's start introducing people. We're gonna start with we'll start on the left and go to the right. So we'll start with David.
Hi, I'm Casey. I played David Brand.
All right. We'll go to Claire.
Hey team, I'm Maddie. I am playing Claire Masters. I used to stream more, but then I had a baby and we're still figuring things out. But baby is perfect and wonderful, and I'm happy to be here. If you want to see me play in another game, I'm playing in a Halloween 3-shot in Dungeons and Dragons that's DM'd by Cheshire Vic over on Amateurish Productions, their Twitch channel. The first episode streamed at the beginning of the month, and the second one will be this Sunday, so you have time to catch up if you want to see a bunch of us play stuff and have Chesh DMing.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to what is your name? Gary. We'll go to Gary. That's it. Why did I have a brain fart on?
Hi, I'm Gary. Just got myself some dinner. Oh, right, my actual name is TD9, but that is all.
All right then. And then finally, Timmy.
Hey guys, it's Jord, and I'm playing Timmy, and we are both equally as awkward.
That seems fair. All right, guys. Well, what have you been up to? It's been a few days since you last spoke to Zelkar about all of this craziness going on, and so yeah, what do you guys been up to?
Studying.
Okay.
That is all.
Fair enough.
Literally for 10, 20 hours at a time. It's good. It's perfectly healthy. Trust me.
So I think
Believe me.
I think probably Claire and Gary have been, because Gary, you're like a college student too, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I know I like panicked, ran back to campus, sent deeply apologetic emails to all my professors for having missed class, but like, here's all my assignments for the next month already done. Like, and if there's more work, like, please let me know.
Nice.
And then I come back, because I honestly think probably like home base here is quieter and I have more resources than I do at the library. So I know I'm posted up at like, so I felt like, I don't know, I think Gary, maybe you and I found like a big quiet room and an empty table, brought all of our books, and are just posted up studying. So we've got, coffee pot that like has been left on too long and is burnt down to those last dregs are burnt.
Gary brought a computer that looks like it's just completely on its last legs.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
duct tape everywhere.
Duct tape, missing keys.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And I am like, you can barely see her head over the stack of books in front of her. And we both, it's going to take months to get the hunch out of our shoulders from just bending over the table studying.
All right. So David, what have you been up to?
I have locked myself in one of the rooms of the command center for 48 hours. You have heard nothing but grunting, breaking things, and yelling. He has been studying every facet of knowledge he can find in the in the I don't know information decks, whatever you want to call that. And he has also been training in that room nonstop. The only way he will stop is if his body literally forces him to pass out.
Okay. And Timmy?
Yeah, Timmy probably has gotten quite the earful from his dad. He's probably been slacking a bit on his taking care of his mom duties, and he's probably been like overexerting himself at home to try to make up for the what he's missed. And yeah, he's probably just doing what he always does, which is taking care of his mom and sleeping.
Yeah, that's important. All right, well, so like I said, it's been a few days, and you guys get on your communicators a buzz from Zelkar, who asks that you all either go to the main room of the monitoring station if you're not already in it, or just teleport there if you're outside the station right now. So, unless people decide that they don't want to go, I'm going to continue with that.
Yeah. An hour before, he got a call from the police station he works at, and they let him know that he has been fired.
Oh.
So he has not come to the police station in about a week straight at this point.
All right.
And that has caused him to devote himself even more into the study and history of this new information being thrown at him.
Okay, well, there you go.
Timmy leaves a note for his dad and teleports to the home base.
Nice. All right, so once you're all there, Zelkar says, "Welcome back, Rangers. I know that all of you have had a hard time dealing with our recent setbacks, and I won't lie to you, it's not good. Lord Claw got one of the grid crystals, which I can only assume he'll be using for further nefarious purposes, but I think it might be time for us to get an upgrade to our arsenal. There is a weapon buried in a ruin, guarded by a powerful guardian, that I think it might be time to acquire."
Weapon.
Yes. So, let me just double check my notes here. That way
Is it like some kind of, I don't know, super blaster, armor?
It is in fact a weapon that you might not be familiar with, but it's a grid relic Macahuitl, which is a native weapon from the area. Traditionally, they were made by embedding shards of obsidian or sometimes shark teeth in a wooden club.
Oh yeah, I read a book about that once.
Oh wow,
this one.
I've never heard of it actually.
This one is infused with grid power from an ancient conflict that I only peripherally involved with, and it's currently guarded by a spirit creature to make sure that only the worthy can actually access it. But if you can get it, you should be able to be somewhat more effective in our fights against Lord. I don't think it will solve everything, but it certainly won't hurt.
Having a more powerful weapon would be good. Is it just the one weapon?
It's just the one weapon.
Okay.
The grid, I'm sure, will choose one of you if it deems that you're worthy after you deal with the guardian beast.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you have any information on the thing that is guarding this area?
Reports that I've heard from people who've gone to seek the weapon, most of whom have failed, of the few that have survived to tell reports, they all seem to indicate that the beast takes on the shape of a different animal depending on who's there.
Oh,
So
joy.
a shapeshifter.
Claire had pulled out like a notebook and was ready to take notes on this cool new animal, and now she's a little sad, like, oh, it's not really an animal. Okay. And then just puts it away without saying anything.
Ghost animals.
Well, when you're ready, step onto the transport pad, and I will teleport you to the ruins where it's located. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Of course,
Should we more ahead of time?
I would think that advisable, yes.
I'd stomp over there with great conviction, get on the pad, beat my fist to my chest, and say, "Let's do this."
But are you going to morph?
It's morphin' time. I
There we go.
morphed.
Is it morphin time? Timmy
Yes.
checks his watch. Oh, look,
It's
it's morphin
morphin'
time.
time.
And he morphs.
All right. By the way, guys, remember we do have 4 story right now.
4 story points. Okay, excellent.
All right.
I've been watching Tom Ska a lot recently, so every time you say it's morphin time, I just think it's muffin time. And
It's morphin time.
To be fair, muffins are very good.
Very, very good. All right, so you guys are okay. So you guys find yourself on some kind of walkway made of stone. There's stone flagstones, each of which is about 2.5 feet across or so. You know, it's this battle map that you're looking at.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
A quick question. When
boy.
David did David morph?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, good.
Does anything look different?
Nope.
Okay.
So, as you look forward, you can see that there's basically a central depression filled with water, and standing out of it is a stone pyramid. And at the top of the pyramid, lying there, is just this black macahuitl with the gold trim around it, and look like sharp metal blades instead of obsidian.
Ooh.
Just gonna
So,
Can't
over
see the
here.
creature.
Mm.
stay on guard, peeps. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to occupy the same space there, Claire.
I'm
hello,
gonna refresh
guardian
because for
animal?
some reason my frame rate on this is really bad. So give me a second, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Wait,
Very good.
what's
I
our
thought
frame rate?
the number of times I have left things on the GM layer.
Yeah.
All right.
I just look at everybody and I say, "Be careful."
We are experiencing.
All right. Well,
technical
apparently it's just going to be super slow for me today. That's fine. Sorry about that.
What do you guys think about splitting up? Me and Claire go this way, you guys go that way, meet up. Looks like
Never
it
split.
meets up
Never
over
split
there.
the group.
What is
Ever.
what is this, Scooby Doo?
We win as a team. We lose as a team. Never split up. Never
Well,
surrender.
so basically what the deal is you can see into the pit, but your view to the other side is basically just too obscured by the walls.
Right,
That's why
right.
the view is sort of like that.
Okay, well, I guess we're sticking together then.
Don't get too far away from me. I don't want you
Just-
guys going down again.
Yeah, it's good.
Does she
idea.
look at does Claire look at Timmy when she says that?
Sure.
Oh,
He is the one who most frequently.
Yeah.
No, I give pointed looks to Timmy and
David.
to David. Yeah.
That's fair. I peek around the corner, not putting my full head. Barely did anything.
So
Peek
there's
around the
a
corner. Not
there-
putting my full body.
the
out.
path ahead looks very much like the path before. There's a tree that is growing out of some like ripped up flagstones. This area that has like dirt been filled into the and yeah, I totally didn't spend several hours making this in Blender, by the way.
This
Oh,
is
buddy.
beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
It really is well done. Good
Yeah.
job.
I have a couple quick questions.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're in this kind of like walkway. Are there raised walls on both sides of us?
Yes.
Okay. I take cover later, but 2, Can I roll to see if there's a wild spectacled bear around?
You absolutely may.
Okay,
I'm totally
excellent.
getting a Bleak Falls Barrow vibe from this place, and that's bad.
Boom! Lights.
Is that going to be what's the word? What kind? An alertness roll?
So it can be an alertness roll, but if you have another roll that you think would also work that's better for you, you can try to convince me that that's the appropriate check.
Okay. What about animal handling? Because it's specifically for an animal.
I'll tell you what. I probably won't let you do animal handling, but I'd let you.
What
use
about survival?
I'd let you use survival or science.
Okay, I'll do survival because I'm like looking for tracks.
Got it.
Cool.
I know what this bear is
Larry's
like.
gonna keep an eye behind us, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye before us, by the way.
Regard.
Ooh, I rolled a 9.
So you don't see any obvious signs of spectacled bear activity, but you also don't see
Okay.
anything that would preclude spectacled bear activity.
Okay,
Perfectly.
I now refocus to what the group is doing.
Okay.
Oh, geez. I see. I'm just gonna. I have no reason to see anything problematic, so I'm just gonna move ahead.
I was gonna ask if I could like look for tracks. Does it seem like anybody has been here recently?
Take
footprints
an
or
alertness or a survival check, whichever one is better for you.
I will do alertness. I have a D4 in that. Oh yeah, I always forget I gotta click off.
So you don't see any human tracks. So basically what you're seeing is there are animal tracks, but it's mostly things like peccaries, there maybe some tapir tracks. Although you're actually not sure that you could tell the difference between, say, a tapir and a capybara track. Both having 3 toes, those jerks.
The small 3-toed mammal over there. And maybe I probably wouldn't even be able to tell a mammal from a reptile, to be honest.
Bird tracks, my only weakness. Dang it.
Darn dinosaurs.
So yeah, you don't see any obvious indication of humans. But you are far enough ahead to now that some of you can see that there is actually a gap in the high wall that faces into the depression. That's up on like the north side.
Yeah.
Where exactly?
Move forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up on the north side.
Okay.
Must be way up there. Okay. Or I'm just blind. Either is valid. Oh, I see. Is it here? Okay.
Yeah. I really like this dynamic lighting in D20 because it definitely feels like we're actually exploring the space.
Right.
Yeah, look, that's one of the premium things. I pay like I think it's something like $30 a year or something for that. And
That's a
Yeah.
good price.
in my book it's worth it. It also gives me a higher higher maximum image size as well as a much bigger storage capacity for the website as a whole.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which I know that's
I
important
really,
for
I
you.
really wish there was like a tabletop program that had basically a player edition that was free to play, but a DM edition that you paid for.
There are a few, I think.
Yeah.
I will say though, I've talked about it before. I do think the expectation that the GM/DM needs to pay for everything is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
As a poor DM, I sympathize with that.
Yeah.
As a DM who's not that poor but has to spend money on everything and do all the work, I completely understand.
Yeah. So that's one of my guys. If you're watching and you're a player in an RPG, sometimes maybe ask your DM like, "Hey, is there some new product that you'd like us to chip in for?" And maybe get them, like a new monster book or a new adventure module or something like that. Or maybe just take it on yourself to be the one who pays for pizza.
Yeah.
In other
Yeah.
news, feel free
Players
to
just provide food.
In other
That's all I
news,
have to
feel
say.
free to donate to Dapper Dino Patreon at so and
Yeah.
so.
Play the
It's-
sad what
Oh,
was it?
Oh, the sad dinosaur.
The
Yeah,
sad
no.
dino
Yeah,
break.
play that.
Yeah.
Play it now.
No, it gets copyright claimed now because that music apparently is no longer Creative Commons.
F.
Yeah,
Boo.
yeah. But also, guys, if you're gonna donate to me because you like my actual main channel, not because you like this. Because I'll be honest, this isn't what my Patreon is for. You might be.
In other news, for every $10 you spend, he'll sing one of the Power Ranger songs.
I did not agree to that.
It's too late. It's been said.
Although I
Too
did watch,
late.
I did
Everything
watch
back
some
in
Power
here.
Rangers SPD today. That was fun.
Nice. All right, back to it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
so
walk
yeah.
through here.
Oh,
All right,
shoot.
as you
And-
step in there, hold on.
I would say I'm specifically not going in, and I am crouching down behind this wall to and have my blaster drawn.
Got it.
I'm peeking over.
I was gonna say that I'm gonna draw my blaster as well.
Okay. So as you step in, the water that's
Just-
all around you starts to like.
Oh,
It,
boy.
you know that bit in Jurassic Park where the cup gets the little
Yes.
ripples? That kind of thing
Uh-huh,
starts
uh-huh.
happening, but it's all across the surface. All these little ripples that just start hopping up and down. And those of you who are actually standing in depression can feel a sort of bass rumble through your feet that's like it's shaking your bones as it goes right up. Super deep sound. And then
Yes.
what should pop up from the GM info layer onto the token layer?
Oh
But
my.
a gigantic crocodilian-looking monster
Holy
with
crap.
just
Crocodilian, you say?
one of the largest jaws that you have ever seen. I would like
Yeah,
everyone
very-
to take a science check.
It's
Mm.
me. It's one of my cousins. Science check, you say.
Just say Claire's so excited by this, she like pops her head up and is having an inappropriate emotional reaction. She's like, "He is beautiful, and I love him."
Oh wow.
Ooh, Gary, good job.
Big girl.
Also, if any of you have any specializations in science, let me know because they might apply.
Hey,
Wow.
I didn't say
I'm
Sorry,
it.
too
Claire.
distracted by how handsome he is to be good at what I'm supposed to be good
Oh, hey,
at.
you guys just got a story point. So congrats, you're up to 5.
All right, 5.
Thanks, Timmy.
Timmy, what is
You're
that?
welcome.
Thanks, Timmy.
So, it turns out that Gary actually is the one who knows what this is. Gary, this is, as far as you can tell, a still living Purosaurus, which is weird because they went extinct in the Paleogene.
Crikey, that's a Purosaurus. They've been extinct for millions of years.
Whoa.
Wow.
You're welcome.
I'm taking pictures of it. That's like I've got it on my phone. I'm taking pictures.
So, as
Are you
as it rises up, you can actually tell that. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if you were saying this crocodile done died out.
Yes.
You know what? She's taking,
Nice.
Claire's taking
That's a
pictures.
laugh. I
And
think that's
David,
another story point.
David uncharacteristically starts filming this too. He's like, "Oh wow, look at that!"
Do you guys just take your cell phones out or something?
Yeah.
You.
I'll let you access your
Yeah.
cell phones through your ranger suits. I'm fine. That's fine by me.
Ah.
Gary isn't good at taking pictures of animals, so he just hopes the ours will text him a picture.
So as it's rising out of the water, you can actually tell that the ripples were being made by some kind of like subsonic vocalization this thing was making. But as it comes up, the frequency rises up, and you can actually start to hear it as a deep rumble. At which point, it actually speaks and says, "Ah, so it's been a while. More people here to steal my charge. Well, should I kill you now, or would you like to run away in terror?"
Neither.
Can we
It's
talk
just a
instead?
strong word.
Neither.
That's not much of an answer.
What
Well,
if
what would we have to do to borrow your charge for an extended period of time?
Ah. Well, who are you?
We're the
We're the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they said.
You're the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Very familiar
I'm
with
the-
that.
I'm the
Starts
Black Cayman Ranger.
taking a step.
You're my
well,
cousin.
we're basically people that are charged with protecting the planet from evils. Plural.
Been chosen by the Morphin Grid.
The Morphin Grid.
That.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Is he
that's
not
still
here to-
walking forward?
Yeah. He's...
all right. Why don't you
No.
guys take a collective persuasion check? Actually, you know what? Who's leading these negotiations?
I mean,
It sounds
Claire
like Claire.
seems like it. Yeah,
She's
I was
so
gonna say.
exuberant.
All right.
Oh no.
Who here
Okay.
also has proficiency in persuasion?
I
That's Claire.
have a D2 put to my persuasion.
Okay, Timmy.
No.
Okay, and Gary,
Oh boy.
you have proficiency in persuasion.
I do.
Okay, so Claire, I will let you take a persuasion check with 2 assists. So you can use the assist to either get a. You can use any assist to get upshift or edge. You're getting 2, which means you can either take an upshift of +2 or edge and an upshift plus.
Edge is like rolling with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do edge and upshift +1.
Okay.
I think statistically that's going to be my better bet.
Okay.
Persuasion. Okay, so skill change +1 and an edge. Gosh, 10.
Well, if I hadn't rolled a 7 as my opposed roll, that would have failed. However, I rolled like crap, so good job. You have convinced this Purosaurus that it's not currently ready to eat.
Okay.
So,
Yay.
it says, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll test the one who intends to claim it. I'll test that one's mettle in some battle, but it won't be to the death. If you yield first, you simply can walk away. And if I yield first, you can claim the Mako Weedle.
Okay, David, have fun.
Yeah.
Hey, why did I
So-
get put on this task?
Well,
It is
I'm
a
not-
crocodile.
I mean, it's
Said I
only
wouldn't
fail.
claim this.
It's only
well,
fair.
no, it's logical. I'm not that great in melee.
I'm not
Claire's
very
much of a
strong,
fighter.
David.
I
and,
fall every time I fight.
And
What do you
Timmy's
feel about that?
more of a agile fighter than a strength fighter. You're the best.
I
I've
think
learned
all
more
of us
about
are
healing. I can keep you up for a while.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to rely on that.
But you've been training so hard.
Look, you can do this.
Plus, to be fair, you are the only one actually in the pit.
All right, so the Guardian Beast makes an exaggerated yawning sound, which is obviously fake, and says,
Mhm.
I'm really tired of this. Are we having a challenge,
let's-
or are we... Or am I...
Fine,
Okay, all right.
fine.
All right, roll some initiative.
David.
Oh,
David.
no. How do you roll? Initiative. There it is. I found the button.
Dapper, if I intend to pop off heals,
Mhm.
do you want me to roll initiative as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone who
I would.
intends to take any action during this combat should take a initiative roll. But also, they
Oh.
should do it
Oh.
right by having their character selected.
Oh,
Uh,
what?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, son. Ugh. Unexpected goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
big
Nice.
initiative.
Oh, nice.
Got 5. 5 for me.
Not bad, not bad.
It-
If only we had a Red Ranger so someone could follow him. All right, it looks like, Gary, we still don't have an initiative for you.
Yeah.
Are you planning on sitting this out, or are you going to take an initiative?
I will roll initiative, but I'm not going to get involved immediately.
Okay, go for it.
I'm rolling initiative simply because I don't want to, in the middle of the combat, need to interfere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Also,
and
ne-
cannot.
Nebula in the live chat has said Purosaurus is a big caiman. Yes, it is the largest
Yes.
known caiman of all time.
Did-
Wow, it's as if this weapon was made for you, David.
Yeah, weird, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's strange.
All right, so let
Also,
me.
I'm too slow.
Okay, so David, you are up first.
It's David. It's David time.
David.
David. Well, he wanted a show, so I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, just move right up to the big sucker and try to. You know what? Let's be dumb. I'm gonna try to death roll it.
Your bite attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do stupid things. What shall I roll?
That's probably a might check if that's the skill for your weapon.
Yeah. All right. Difficulty. All right. Okay.
No,
Eh.
that's not going to
No.
be.
It was still a cool idea.
Timmy, what you got?
I'm gonna look at Claire and be like, everybody just chill out. Don't interfere unless we absolutely have to. And that's basically my turn.
Yeah, Claire.
I don't think I'm doing anything this round. Just the whatchamacallit. Reminder: if you use a ranged attack, you get a +1 from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with your blade blaster.
Yeah.
Pew pew. Nope.
Gary.
Gary's gonna kind of lean over the railing and go, David, go, David, go. Yeah,
All right. For some reason this was listed as a 0 and not a 10, but it doesn't really matter. But
Well,
I am
fine.
gonna fix it so that it goes at the appropriate time. But whatever. Since we skipped it, we'll just do it now. But yeah, it's the Guardian Beast decides to lunge at David with a big old chompy attack, which find my die. There we go. For a 24.
Yeah, believe it or not, that hits.
Okay. You take a point of damage,
Yay. It's a thing that happened.
and it is now your turn.
I'm gonna try to bite it for a death roll again because I find the idea of trying to death roll another crocodilian amazing
Fair
and
enough.
fun.
All right. Not only did you manage to get a hold of it, you actually then roll around, tearing into it for 2 damage
Ooh. How do I know it does 2 damage? That's amazing.
because it's a critical success.
Oh, I did not know this.
Yeah. So, other than D2s, which technically can't give you critical successes, even though Roll20 will tell you that they did, if you roll the max number on any of the skill die that you use in a roll, that counts as a critical success if the roll is a success. So normally that's just on the one skill die, but if you have specialization, you can get the critical success on any of the dice other than the D2, even if
Yeah,
that's not the
D4,
highest
right?
number. So, for instance, if you had a specialization, you had a D2, a D4, and a D6, and you rolled a 5 on a 6, but a 4 on the D4, take the 5 as your number, but that 4 is still going to generate a critical success if the check succeeds.
Sweet.
So that's actually one of the really nice things about specialization is that it makes critical successes way more likely.
I just achievement unlocked. Black Cayman just freaking death rolled another a freaking crocodilian.
Oh, it's another caiman.
Yay!
Urusaurus, like I said, is the largest known caiman ever to have existed. And it's, I mean, in real life, its head was like the size of a small car.
And I freaking death rolled it.
Yup. All right, Timmy, got anything
All right,
for
I'm
us?
happy. That's all I wanted.
Well, first off, I have a question. Is it still megafauna if it's megafauna isn't just that's not for some reason I'm thinking it's just herbivores that are classified.
No, it counts as
megafauna.
megafaunal.
Yeah. Okay. That was just my curiosity question. Other than that, I got nothing.
Okay. So it's going to strike back at David,
Your boy.
rolling a 23.
That barely hits, but it do.
Okay. Claire.
Down to 1.
I would like to bring you up.
Okay, could you read off the ability you're going to use so we're all?
Yes. Sorry.
No worries.
Visually, this is my Morphin Grid fanny pack first aid kit. That floats over and heals you magically. Okay, so I am using the roll perk Helping Hand. I can use my connection to the technology of the Morphin Grid to patch up the power shell of another team member. As a free action, you may spend 1 personal power to heal any morphed member of a Power Rangers team within 60 feet for 1 health.
There you go. All right, David, you're back up to 2.
Hey, yeah, boy.
And sorry, David, is 2 full for you or is 3 full?
3.
Can I use a second free action to get him to full?
It's a free action?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got. What's your speed? Actually, let me double check.
My speed is 25.
No, that's your movement.
Sorry, my speed is 5.
Yeah, so with 5, you have 2 free actions. Just so you could actually, hypothetically, you could actually use it a third time by giving up your standard action for a free action.
Gotcha, but I don't think I could get his health above
No,
full.
you could. I'm just saying, like hypothetically, in the future, if like you wanted to heal more than 1 person, like you could, like do it up to 3 times to heal people.
Okay, gotcha. So
heal
you're up to full.
Yeah. The energy is permeating within.
Okay, Gary, you got anything for us?
Still just hearing.
Okay, and David, you're up.
I'm gonna do it again because that was fun. It's never gonna happen again, but it was fun.
Valkyrie Vision says this is her new ASMR. It reminds her of listening to her kids playing D&D in the next room for class.
No
That's
way!
awesome.
Look at
that's
that!
Cool.
Another critical success.
It would be a critical success if a 12 hit, which it does not.
Oh, okay. That's not how that works. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Timmy.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm just cheering with Gary.
Okay. So the Cayman once again tries for a bite, dealing hitting at 21.
That does not hit. Yay!
All right.
Kermit Flail.
Claire, I'm assuming you're probably not going to do anything.
Nope. No, not he's still full.
Okay.
I'm furiously taking notes about how the Cayman moves, right?
All right. Gary?
I have a first-hand account of how the Cayman moves.
Still cheering.
All right, well, David, it's your turn again.
Death Rattling Roll. Power Ranger, go!
Bum.
Death Rattling Roll. Power Ranger, go! Dun, 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 dun. Ooh!
That,
Ooh!
in fact...
I have to sing. I always have to sing it. If I sing it, it works.
Yikes.
This is some actual, like... This is actual, like, plot out armor right here.
Right.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
sing it, it works.
Yeah.
Well, Timmy, you're up.
I'm just gonna. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm just gonna move over here. I can't remember what my speed is. but I
Your
think by
movement's
dashing-
probably 30.
We're like death rolling each other. It's like some weird.
It might be
flurry.
35.
Can I take the dash action? Is there a equivalent in this?
Yeah, you can just exchange your standard action for another move.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. I'll just move here. I just wanna be closer to the fight, just in case I'm needed quickly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. The Persaurus is getting a little upset now after having had, a whole bunch of health taken off. And so it rolls
So I fell.
a 23.
That barely hits, but it hit.
It barely is a critical hit.
Oof.
Ooh.
Down to 1.
Did the same thing right back to you that you just did to
Yeah, it's tit for tat.
All right, Claire, you still have 2 power points, I suppose, or personal power.
I sure do. I believe in you, David. You can do it. And you're back up to full.
Nice.
Oh wow! Zap zap! Electricity surge.
All right,
Yeah.
Gary.
Literally playing like Power Rangers Mighty Morphin theme on his phone.
Okay.
Oh.
But let's say it was just written in this universe as a fan song.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, look, the theme comes up diegetically several times in the show, so like
Right.
whatever.
It's the heavy metal version, the best version.
Yeah.
All right.
It's on
David.
the fanzine.
Or maybe it's a
Reddit
weird dubstep
subreddit.
version or something, you know.
So David, 1, you should be up to full, and 2, yeah, that's a fail.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
That's a big fail.
Yeah, well, the Purosaurus only rolls an 8 and snarls in frustration, saying, "You should be done already.
You should be done already.
I'm still at full strength." And now
Yeah,
it's
me
Timmy's turn.
too. I will not yield.
But Claire
power
is
is
not at
maximum.
full strength, by the way.
Not
No, because you are out of personal power.
a personal power. That's true.
Your cleric days are current. Well, your cleric day is.
Yeah,
For
I used
Claire
all 4.
days.
Timmy, you got anything or no? I'll take that as a no. All right, Timmy, you might be muted. I don't know. All right.
Yep, sorry, I was muted. Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
just cheering. Sorry.
The Purosaurus lunges in with only a 16.
No. I like bop it on the head.
Well, first
Like with a-
it's Claire's turn.
Ooh,
First.
yeah. No, I mean as like a way to get it from biting me. I bop it on the
Okay.
head so its mouth shuts.
Crocodilians do have famously weak retractor muscles for their jaws.
That is not what I expected to hear. I was just flavoring it, and that ended
Yeah,
up
so
being
actually,
truthful.
it turns out that with basically every crocodilian that's extant, one hand is more than enough for you to clamp a crocodilian's jaw shut without trying very much.
Well, I would not know that, but still.
However,
that's-
their muscles that close their jaw are strong enough to punch through steel. So you know,
can't wait to learn how to do that.
Good jaws, you know.
yeah.
Have a new Power Rangers master.
Well, to be fair,
Learning
like
from
it's the case with pretty much all animals that the muscles that open the jaw are much weaker than the ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, Claire, you got anything?
No, other than cheering.
Gary?
Cheer!
Okay.
That's it.
David, what do you got?
Boom, 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 boom. Biting it with force.
All right,
Hey!
that is a success.
I always have to sing it. I told you. It always works when I sing. I don't know
All
why.
right. Timmy? And
Yep, just cheering, and also I did just want to let you know that for some reason I can control David.
That's okay.
That's
I
probably
can-
because maybe David wasn't here for a session or something. I'll
Yeah.
fix
Yeah,
it.
Timmy, I can control you.
Look, guys, now that I know, I'll try to remember to do an audit of who's who and who's controlling whom.
No problem.
With friendship, we can all control each other.
I realized
Wait a minute.
I saw an
Sounds
aura
toxic
around
and
David,
codependent.
I was
It
like,
does sound
what?
toxic.
All right, I got a 21.
Toxic AF.
That still will not hit.
All right, well, in that
Yay.
case, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask Claire and Gary right now. Do either of you have an action?
No.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll just skip
me neither.
ahead to David.
Oh.
Well, Timmy, I'll ask you separately because you do have a separate turn. Because maybe something will change. That is a
Well, it wasn't-
miss.
That wasn't negative, so I'll take it.
All right, Timmy, I assume you still have nothing?
Yep, nope.
All right, so at this point, the Guardian Beast is getting very frustrated and says, "Why won't you just go down?" And
Super
rolls,
mega armor.
well,
That's how I answer.
and rolls a 25.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Is that a crit?
No, it's not a critical. But the Guardian Beast actually does ask, "Why haven't you been defeated yet?"
I point at my armor. Super mega armor.
That sounds like a lie. Claire?
Oh. He says that?
Yeah, oh, he definitely
Does
says
he
that.
say Claire?
No. The GM says Claire, but he said that
Oh,
sounds like a
okay.
lie to David, who said super mega armor, because he knows that he's bitten through your defenses severely enough that you shouldn't still be standing.
Oh. Oh. It's not allowed to win. We
I
don't know the difference.
Actually, you know what, David? Take a before Claire goes ahead. Take a what am I? Take an alertness check.
Oh. I'm good at that. I'm trained in that. Yay.
Hey.
Alertness check.
All right, you get the distinct
Seven.
feeling that in asking that question, that wasn't rhetorical. The Guardian actually expects an answer to the why haven't you gone down yet question.
I answered super mega armor.
Yeah, but that wasn't the real reason, was it? 'Cause your
Friendship.
Well, maybe on your turn you can answer with that.
Okay.
Gary, I'm assuming you're doing nothing as well?
Yeah.
All right, David?
Friendship.
All right, and is that all you're doing?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's time for biting and kicking and screaming with blood.
Remember to sing. Oh, damn
But that's a miss. Timmy?
Yeah, I should have sang it.
nothing.
Okay. The Purosaurus Guardian Beast says, "How is that helping?" Well, then lunging for you, but rolling a 5 because the GM sucks at rolling.
I shrug shoulders.
No, dapper. It's story reasons.
Well, 5.
Friendship always overcomes. The
Claire,
more you know.
I mean, you also know what's going on. You could also answer the question if you wanted to.
No, I'm not gonna answer, but I do I'm crouched down and I do have my blaster drawn. So I'm not taking any actions right now, but I'm ready to go if the jig is up.
Okay. Gary?
Gary is still just cheering and pretty much jiving right now.
Okay. David?
Biting. Oh.
All right. Timmy?
Cheering.
Oh.
All right. So, the Purosaurus rolls a 29.
Okay.
That's a big roll.
It is a big roll. It's not a critical hit, though. But after chomping down, says, "You know, I would actually like an explanation as to how it is that you are not currently a pile of bloody mush." Claire?
Can I want to do something that's equivalent to insight,
Mhm.
right? Understand what he's trying to get at.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Roll a...
Animal handling?
You know what? I will let you use animal handling or alertness, whichever one you think is better for you.
Animal handling.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an 18.
So this looks like genuine curiosity, mixed with some amount of being impressed.
Okay. So I'm staying. I'm staying. I'm ready to shoot if I need to, but I'm trying to let David. I want David to handle this on his own.
Well, remember, this is just until someone gives up and is not supposed to be to the death. So even if David is defeated, the Guardian doesn't plan on killing him.
Right.
I don't plan on giving up
Okay.
until I fall, as per usual.
All right, Gary.
Still just cheering, although a little bit more tensely now.
All right, David.
Because that was a heckin' bite.
Dang, I really wish I could use my influence perk, but I cannot.
Oh, Valkyrie
All right.
Vision tells you to look into your soul, David.
Mhm.
There you go.
Use the force, Luke.
I would rather use the grid. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun dun da da.
Well, unfortunately, that doesn't work. Timmy.
Oh.
I did want to yell out that while he's asking why he hasn't gotten down yet, I want to yell out something along the lines of "It's because he's worthy of your challenge," or I'm bad at wording it.
Ooh.
I want to be like, he's far stronger than anyone you've ever faced. And
Wait, what? And I'm just like, wait, what? Don't say that.
All right, well, it's the guardian beast's turn. Goes for another chomp. Rolling
Okay.
only an 8.
Yay.
And says, "Why are you being so hesitant to actually explain it?" Sounding somewhat polite while also trying to tear your arms off.
Those two things don't work together.
You know.
For need to please male-sounding authority figures overtakes me. And I'm like, I can heal. It's fine. It's through the morphin grid.
Oh no.
All right, Gary.
Gary just pats Claire in the back and says, "You did good. You did good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine."
Okay, David.
As I go to attack, I say, I call upon all the Black Rangers, past, present, future, to help me defeat this noble foe.
After this, I swear you're gonna roll like a 2.
Actually,
No, you didn't. All right.
Actually, it's a
the opposite
20.
happened.
All right, Timmy.
Well, I'm a little worried now that Claire gave the jig up that she's been helping. So can I like prepare an action to like, if he goes after Claire or something, jump down and draw his attention?
You know what? I'll let you do it. I don't think it's technically in the rules, but you know what? I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah.
All right. So on the guardian beast's turn, it looks up at Claire and then moves here and says, "You're healing your teammate, huh?"
Yup.
See. And then he, rather than attacking, asks, "Why do you need the weapon?" And we'll let Claire take her turn, because he's decided to forfeit attacking this turn.
So there's this really bad alien guy, right? And there's all these gems that he needs for evil things, and they're spread all over the earth. And we need them. And last time we need to protect everybody from him. And the last time that we went to go get one of those,
All right, it's been way more than 6 seconds. I'll assume that Claire has some like training as an auctioneer.
Yeah.
Gary,
Oh.
you can pick up the story, but you're not going to get much more than like 10 or 12 seconds.
Well, we look. What she's trying to say is that we're trying to stop a really bad guy from ruining the lives of everybody on Earth.
All right, I'm going to quickly, slightly out of turn, say, "Is this true?" He says as he turns to David.
Well, yeah.
All right, David, it is your turn. You can attack if you want to.
And that's why we must. And that's why we. And that's why I cannot yield. For I am here.
Wow.
All right, so the Prusaurus. Oh, and you did attack. All right, so that does hit.
I did.
So the Prusaurus recoils a bit and says, "Fine, I yield.
Yeah.
It seems that you are worthy. Your teamwork, friendship, dedication to saving the world, all of those are the kind of thing that you're supposed to be doing in order to get." All right, so David ascends the pyramid, which is not super easy because it wasn't made with like human-sized stairs. He's got to actually like hoist himself up each step. It's kind of a pain. But anyway, I fix my up here a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. While I do that, but as you ascend the steps and you grab the Makuidal, your armor, the chest plate and the shoulder pads turn a gold color. You get a gold stripe down your helmet, and you are in fact now the Jungle Beast Gold Ranger.
Yes.
Also, the silver trim
Nice.
on your uniform turns gold. And so, mechanically, I'm going to explain what's going on here. David took Spectrum Shift as his perk this level, and so he's shifting to be mechanically the White Ranger, but we are giving the visuals of a Gold Ranger, mostly because we already have a visually White Ranger who's playing as Pink, so we figured that would mesh pretty well. So after the game, actually perhaps sooner, David can go over some things. Like, he now has Follow Me like the Red Ranger, so you guys can choose to add to his initiative and go 1d4 initiative order after him. He also has the new Maquidal weapon, which he has the rules for, so don't worry about that. But as this happens, the Guardian Beast sinks into the swamp, but then in the exact same place, that feathered serpent that you saw way back in episode 1 rises up. And this time it actually talks to you, whereas last time it just kind of exploded the hole with the grid crystals and then kind of just went away. It says, Rangers, I know that you've had trouble. I'm the Guardian who was originally guarding the crystals in the first place, as well as this blade. I think that you still might need help. And so now the water starts to whip around like some kind of like water spout, and that grows to encompass all of you. And when it dies down, you're actually somewhere else in the jungle. You don't know where. But in front of you, in the ground, there's in a rock face, there's a bit of a cave. It says, proceed into the cave. You will find the last thing that I have to grant you to help your team's strength.
Whoa.
What are we waiting for? Let's go. Fist
Okay.
bump in the air. Or fist pump into the air.
Hold
So you get
on.
Okay.
Gary pulls out like a ranger flare and breaks it.
Okay,
Alright, now
sure.
we can go.
You know what? No, you
Hold
need
on.
to spend a story point to get a ranger flare.
Okay, cool, sure.
Okay, fine. You spend a story point, and now you have a flare. So you pop that, and now that's going. And you proceed into the cave until you get to a sort of sci-fi looking door that definitely looks out of place. However, it's very rusted and covered in dust and a little bit of like some organic debris, shall we say. There's a little button panel. Would someone like to take a technology check?
How's my technology?
Somebody other than me, please.
I've got a D2.
I mean,
Please do.
does anyone else have proficiency?
Yes, I have a D4.
Well, tell you
All
what,
right.
why don't, David, you do it with assistance from Claire. So you can either take the edge or the one upshift.
Take
Gary
the edge off.
uses a Nokia, so that's enough.
Nice.
Was the skill shift up?
Well, you can take edge or one up, or a upshift.
What's the difference?
So upshift to 1 takes your d4, it makes it a d6. Edge means that you basically have advantage, so you roll 2 d20s and take the higher. I would take edge.
I would take edge. I don't know how to roll for edge, but I would take edge.
When you roll a technology
It'll-
roll, it'll ask you edge or snag. Just say edge.
Okay. Difficulty, edge or snag, edge. Ooh,
All right.
Nelly.
So you wipe away some of the debris covering it, and you can, while it's in a language that you don't understand, one button sticks out blatantly as an open button.
Would Claire, would you like to do the honors?
Sure. I press it.
Okay.
I'll take a step back.
The door kind of lurches, and there's a rumbly sound as you can feels like there's grit between the moving parts of the door, but it splits down the middle and opens jerkily to either side. And as it does, a short hallway lights up with sort of blinking lights like fluorescent lights first coming on, and they're a bit sluggish to actually come on. But at the end of this short hallway, sequentially as it lights up, you see there's a small hexagonal room with what sort of looks like a coffin standing in the middle that's off at like a 45-degree angle. And it has some glass up towards the top that's all cloudy with debris.
Ooh, spooky.
Is the debris like on the outside or is it like dirty on the inside?
It's on the outside as far as you can tell. There might be something on the inside, but it's covered in
I would
outside
like
debris.
to clean off
Rangers,
the
are we
outside
grave
debris.
robbing again?
Okay. As you do, you see that what's inside the coffin is actually a person with some antennae that come up from the top of his forehead and sweep back over his hair. And you notice that there's a similar control on this coffin.
Ooh.
It's not grave robbing if the Guardian specifically let us in and told us to take stuff, right?
Yeah, I
No.
think this should be fine.
Think we're okay.
Technically.
Yeah.
Oh, this
If
person
you're
doesn't
asking-
look dead, by the way. If this person is dead, they're extremely well preserved.
Oh,
They're in
geez.
there.
I pressed the button.
Okay,
I draw my weapon because
The
I don't know what
the
heck
figure
is next.
before you opens his eyes. And Bent, you're up.
What? Where am I? What happened? What's going on? Who are you?
Hi, welcome to Earth.
We're the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Power Rangers Earth. Is my journey over?
Huh?
I finally made it. 65 million years.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Wow,
What?
that's a lot of years.
How do you know it's 65 million years already?
That's how long the journey was planned to be when I left RAFCON.
Okay, sure, we'll go with it.
It was a 65 million year journey to the constellation Orion in the Milky Way galaxy. And now I'm finally here.
All right, you hear
Welcome.
the voice of the serpent. It says, "You should all come out now."
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you got
do.
it. Rush out.
All right, so you get out there, and Orion, you see the figure of a big green flying snake with rainbow-colored feathers all over it.
What weird pets you have around here?
It says,
Not a pet.
"Orion, you were sent here as one of the Knights of Rafcon, but the conflict you came here to fight is long over. However, if you still want to help save the universe, there's a new fight here millions of years later. Would you care to accept the powers of the Green Ranger?"
If the fight that I fled is over, then what else? What do I have? What other purpose do I have? Of course
Fight
I
with
accept.
us.
All right, so as you say that, you're covered in green light, and when it disappears, you have a Green Ranger outfit with a big gold breastplate with the figure of the feathered serpent mirroring it on either side, those gold shoulder plates, and a big spear materializes in your hand, and you can feel that it's full of morphin energy.
Wow, I feel strangely powerful and quite fashionable too.
I mean, right?
However, it is now time. Well, actually, first, Zelkar calls you and says, "Rangers, there's a monster attacking Manaus," which, by the way, if you don't remember, is the city closest to the monitoring station.
Ooh.
And then Zelkar says, "I'm detecting a new ranger?
Yes,
Guy!
You'll have to explain it after you defeat this monster. I'm going to be teleporting you and, I guess, the new ranger there immediately. But that is where we are going to take an intermission because I'm out of soju."
Honestly, go get more.
All right, guys,
Brought
we
to
will
you
be
by
back
Soju.
in 5 minutes with our first fight involving the Green Ranger for Jungle Beasts, Orion, played by
murder.
Bent Hovind. No relation.
That's me.
Wow.
All right, guys,
Especially the no relation part.
see you on the other side of the break. All right, we are back from our quick 5-minute break. The Rangers, all 5 of them now, have been teleported. Sorry, I don't have Orion's name up. I'll get it. My apologies. I kind of, like I said, it's been a bit of a day, so I didn't do as much setup as I should have before we went on. However, I will put up the Monster of the Week so that you guys can see it. Get rid of Zelkar Ambient. So, this amorphous tentacle leg, tentacle armed thing with teeth lining 2 orifices on the what look like arms, as well as 2 red glowing eyes, is in the street, terrorizing people. And at one point, it reaches for someone, and its tentacle arm extends much farther than you would think possible, latches onto someone, and it seems like they shrivel up and then drop to the ground as a corpse.
So by much farther than you think possible, can you maybe put a number on that?
Like 30 feet.
Check, thank you.
I put a number and a unit.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I figure, you being a scientist, you probably like units.
I do like units.
Okay.
That is true.
Which
My
is a
favorite
thing, by the
units
way,
are rock
guys.
units.
Claire's a scientist. Well, okay, Maddie's a scientist. Claire's a scientist in training.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, what we're going to do now is we are going to roll for initiative after I bring up the text file that I have that has the rules, which is, for some reason, just being weird. Okay, there it is. Sorry,
And-
yeah.
And we can do follow me on
On
David, right?
Yep. So that's the first question. Who would like to follow David? So if you decide to follow David, here's how your initiative works. 1, give David +1 to his initiative. 2, you roll a d4 and you go that many initiative steps after David. That's it. So basically, I forgot to add Orion. Give me a second while I do that. Sorry about that, Orion. Oh, wait.
David, I'm giving you my initiative.
Oh, cool.
So, Jungle Beast Green, Orion, you should now have a model that you can place it anywhere within like 20 feet of where you are. Each square is 5 feet. So basically anywhere within 4 feet of where you are now can be your starting location. So just feel free to choose that.
Yeah, all I see is a black screen.
It might not have given you, so give me a second on that.
Oh, I see an arrow with distance being shown. That's good.
That was me.
There you go.
This one's
That should
me.
be fixed.
Hey! All right,
So,
good, good.
get with me also later to remind me to update your token, because apparently I haven't done that either.
Yeah.
Look, there's always little stuff introducing a new character that I'm going to forget to do. So, yeah, anywhere within 20 feet of that, which is 4 squares, where you can start off, having teleported in.
Cool. I'll stay where I am. This is
Okay,
Oh.
so
I feel like with this setup, me and David should switch spots.
sounds good to me.
So what I'm going to say is, guys, it's time for you to roll some initiative. So who is following David? Well, actually, we'll just start
Claire.
going across. So Claire's going to follow David. Orion, are you going to follow David?
Sure, why not?
Gary?
I will follow David.
And Timmy?
I want to be different.
Okay, so
I like that.
so David, you get a +3 to your initiative roll. So just go ahead and roll that.
How do you roll it normally without the clicking?
Just
button?
roll it normally, and I'll manually add the 3 to it. Done.
Yes, sir. Fight. Wow.
Yikes.
Also, I forgot to add it to the turn tracker. That's my bad. I
Mm.
clicked the
Oh,
token.
do it again. Maybe it'll get better.
Okay. I clicked token.
Yep, have your token selected. 10 is
It's
better.
not.
Oh, it's not updated?
not-
Whatever. We're just,
we're-
we'll just take the 10. It's
It's
fine.
not bad. 10. So
I guess it's because I didn't delete. So let's see.
13.
Timmy, I would like you to roll your initiative since you're doing it separately.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, it is going to go up to
10 as well. But
Okay, so you are getting a.
Question. Could I have had my weapon out first?
I'll just say that you already have the weapons that you were using before out, but you can just draw a weapon from the Morphing Grid as a free action.
No. Because I grabbed the How do you pronounce
Oh
it?
yeah, the
properly?
Makuito. Yeah, you can have that out. Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
That's
because
a
I have it
third-
out. Hold on. Because I have it
That's
out.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that it's a 13 for David because he rolled a 10 and
I
it's
already
plus
fixed it.
3.
We know. Because I have the how do you say it?
Makuito.
Makuito. Because I have the Makuito out, I have edge on initiative.
Sorry for those who are watching online. I had a computer down. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Claire is 11. Gary, could you roll a d4 for me?
Sure.
So I have edge on my initiative instead.
Wait, you have. Oh, right, because of the thing. So yeah, roll another d20.
Fast draw and intelligence. Okay.
3.
I'm just gonna roll the initiative thing again.
No, just roll a d20. Just flash roll one
Straight
d20.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, roll.
I'll take the higher. So if it's higher than an 8, I'll just take the new one. No, it's
It is not.
We're gonna go at 10. You and Timmy can decide which of you goes first. Orion, could you roll a d4 for me? Just slash roll space 1.
Timmy can go first.
Yeah,
That was
I was gonna
appreciated.
say I would
Alright.
prefer to go first.
That's
Thank you.
also a. So Timmy's gonna go first, and then is it gonna be Orion or is it gonna be Gary? It doesn't matter a whole lot.
Orion has waited long enough. Orion can wait a little longer.
Okay,
Alright,
fair enough. I'm gonna add a turn for the big bad guy. And then I will double check what is it. Okay, so it's a D8. So I'll take the D20 and the D8. I rolled a 2. Literally the lowest roll. Okay.
That's too little.
All right, David, you are up. First, bearing in mind you do only have 1 health left.
Yeah.
If only someone had a power that could heal you on there.
Hmm.
Bump it. Okay. So before I do anything, I am going to look at all of you and say, don't be afraid. Use your courage. Be strong. Together, forever. And you're all going to get a single D4 to the results of any D20 roll on your next turn.
Nice.
Great.
All right, first attack.
First attack as the Gold Ranger. Here we go.
First attack is the Gold Ranger. Do I get any goodies from the new weapon? Let's see here. It says skill, grid relic skill die, so I don't think that's relevant.
It is. That's the instead of rolling might or whatever, you're actually going to roll whatever it says on the table for level. I think you're Ranger on the White
5.
Ranger table.
Am I not 5? I thought we were 5 now.
Oh, were you 5 now? Maybe it's 5 now, and I'm just wrong.
Are we? Wait, what level are we?
No,
guys?
we're level 4.
We're level 4.
4? Okay, yeah,
Oh,
4.
okay. I am messing up. Well, never mind that thing I said earlier. All right, no problem. All right, 1d4 to the roll. Okay, so might. So instead of might, so it's literally the same number at the moment. So I can literally just roll a straight might roll because it's also a d4.
All right. The Makuito slices into the creature's rubbery flesh, and it recoils as it takes 1 damage.
Nice.
All right, that makes it player's turn. Claire, you still have your blaster out from before.
Correct. I would like to. I'm moving until I am. Sorry, I want to be. I got a measure thing.
The very best.
Wait.
Like no one ever won.
Like no one
Do
ever
we-
was. Okay, so I'm moving to there, to that square, because that puts me out of range of the tentacle arms, but within range of my blaster.
Got it.
Because my blaster has a first increment of 40 feet, so that should be right there.
All right. Well,
Then
you still get a +1 upshift when you fire it for lasers, focusers, whatever.
Excellent.
the hell.
Yeah, so I moved so I can't like aim, right?
Right,
That's
correct. Also, we
Okay.
have been running aim as written in the original rulebook. However, there has been errata since then. So next time you aim, you are getting a maximum of +1 instead of +3. But apply it to multiple shots if you have multi-attack. So
I do not. I'm gonna miss my net +4.
yeah, but there has been the errata, and so that is the official ruling, and I'm going to go with it. If we find that it's significantly less fun, maybe we can change it back to the original rules as written, but apparently this was the result of some playtesting, especially some playtesting in the G.I. Joe game, which also uses the same rule set as Power Rangers.
Oh, that sounds fun.
All right, well, that's
I
a
still
success
got a
anyway.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. This leech creature, it gets hit right in between the glowy things that look like eyes. You hear some kind of horrific burbly, gurgly sound coming from the tentacles.
Yeah.
Timmy, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the guy and I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Right in his stupid face.
Well, slash him with my power claws to be more specific. Not exactly punching.
Oh, I should take away the giant version of. Sorry about that. Now the audience, such as it is, can see the fight.
And I think I get triple strike attack, right?
It
Sorry,
costs a
it's been
power
a
point,
while.
or it costs a personal power, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you can do a triple.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take away one of my personal power and I'll use my triple strike.
Okay.
So boat. And one of them has to be a melee attack, right? Not with my power claws.
Yeah, it has to be an unarmed attack.
Okay, there's one.
That is a failure.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
But you still have one more, and then an unarmed strike.
Oh, sorry, it's just all the clicking.
That is also unsuccessful.
Oh man. All right, well, martial arts strike then it is. Pretty sure. Oh no, that's still power claws, but that's a mess anyway.
Yeah, it's the same
The
roll.
other one.
So it managed
Yeah.
to lively dodge all of your attacks, and you just hit only air. But
Can I still yell something like, "Hey, ugly, come at me," or something like that?
Sure.
'Cause I'm trying to draw attention. Yeah.
all right, Gary, you're up.
Okay, first things first. Wow, that's a really big blob of oil. Who called BP?
You guys get a
anyway.
story point for that. You're back up to 5.
That's pretty good.
Power bow.
No, that was good. That's good enough for a story.
And I'm going to aim and shoot big oil spill.
Okay.
Cool.
So the aim is going to give you a +1 upshift,
All right.
unless you're using your multi-attack option, in which case you get a +1 on like each of them.
No, I'm just going to use the regular one.
Okay.
And I add a D4 to that, right?
Well, you added a D6. Oh yeah, you do get to add a D4, but it's not going to help.
Yeah.
Which actually, David, what's the exact ruling on your speech to inspire people again?
It doesn't matter. It's one level higher for 5th level.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, you don't actually have it. All right. That means it is Orion's turn. Jungle Beast Green.
Okay, I have this weapon. It is called Serpent Spear. I want to use it. I
Okay.
can't remember how to do that because I haven't played this game in like 9 months, I think.
So there's a couple things. One is it has a range of melee
Yeah,
2 times
reach-
reach.
Right, reach times 2.
So that means that you don't actually have to be directly next to it. Like you could just be like here.
I'm
Still.
gonna get my butt up there and
Okay.
use it.
Otherwise, it's basically a straight up might check, but you should be able to click on the actual serpent spear, and it should bring up
And
the dice
that's
rolling
fine.
dialogue.
and it is not doing that.
All right, well then just use the might skill up at the top.
Okay, might.
You are now.
Oh, that's not doing anything either.
Really? Okay. Do you have?
Hmm.
You know what? There might be something that
Try
says
it with
edit. Is there a button that says edit somewhere?
Yes.
Try clicking it.
Okay, I have that clicked.
Now try the might roll again.
No. I might have to try a different browser.
Okay.
Hey, Ben,
Yes.
if you scroll all the way to the top of your character sheet, in the upper right-hand corner, do you see a blue and purple button that says edit or an orangish button that says close?
The blue-purple that says edit. What just happened with
Okay, never mind. So,
Let me go physically over there to help, because as it turns out, Bent and I are in the same building, so I can just do that. So I'll be right back, guys.
well, that sounds helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Let's try this again. Character sheet.
He lives of a dinosaur. How lucky.
Right?
Hello, I am now several...
Huh?
All right, well. It looks like I rolled a 10 on it.
All right, well, unfortunately, that is not sufficient. However, so yeah, basically, as the tentacles are all flailing around, you strike in there with your serpent spear with a big thrust, but it just kind of it connects to the side of the creature's torso-ish, but the rubbery flesh just kind of makes it deflect off with a bit of a bounce.
Oh, that's gross.
Yep. The creature then fixes its gaze on Timmy, who has in fact distracted it. And so it is going to try to latch on with one of these horrible tentacles. And it only rolls a 10, which I assume is a miss on your toughness there. Well, Timmy's muted, but I'm still pretty sure his toughness is more than 10, because I don't think it can be that low.
Yeah, my toughness is over 10. Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Okay. David, you're up.
Hi, I'm gonna bite it in the body with my mouth.
Okay.
It's time to get bit, boy.
That is a
And I'll
miss.
settle it. Yeah, I figured as much. That's my turns.
Claire, you're up.
Excellent. I would like to aim and fire.
Okay, that'll give you the +1 upshift, which is actually a
Yep.
+2 because of your blaster focusers.
Because of how cool I am.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I've
Yeah.
never seen a Blue Ranger not take blaster focusers as their first grid tech because it's amazing compared to the other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh no!
Hey, but y'all are up to 6 story points, so hey, guys,
Can I re-roll that d20?
Yes.
you absolutely can. But it
At
does,
least
instead
there's
of
no
giving
four.
you 6 story points, it brings you down to 4, because instead of gaining 1,
No.
you're losing 1.
I didn't want to be a stickler for the rules, but I did make people laugh with the crocodile done dead joke.
Yeah, and you get a story point for it. That's why you're up to 6.
Oh, I didn't hear
yeah.
you say you added a
Oh
story.
yeah, actually, RPG Casey, roll a d4 for me, because that actually might have hit, because you got that extra d4 from David.
I did.
Mm-hmm. So if you roll
Ow.
high, because he gave you a little pep speech at the beginning. Actually, that's enough to hit. So actually, that does hit.
Sweet.
Yep. And let me double check with Orion's roll to make sure that it could actually matter. No, it couldn't. Even if you got the floor, it wouldn't help. Okay, so yeah, you guys did get an extra 1. So Claire, you want to use the story point to bring you down from. Actually, you should be at 6, so you should be going down to 5 if you take the
Yes.
reroll. Okay, yeah.
I would like to re-roll that d20.
Go for it. And if it's reasonably high, you'll also add a 1d4. Oh, yeah.
So it's a total of 18?
Yeah, no, that hits either way.
Brilliant.
All right,
Pew
so
pew.
And I should say that I'm using the keep them laughing perk. That's why I brought up that I made people
Yes.
laugh earlier. I'm not just being like oh, remember I made people laugh earlier. It's like an actual part of my
Yeah, it's an actual mechanic. All right, well, Timmy, you're up again.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna try to hit him. I mean,
All right, well, I think you still have the D4 available? No, you don't have the D4 available. That was last time.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I
so
was
yeah.
gonna say,
Okay, go ahead.
just a regular swing and a miss.
Would you like to spend another PowerPoint, or are you good?
Yeah, I may as well go for the power claws again. Try to get some damage in at least.
Hey,
17 hit?
that actually does hit. So you slice through him with your power claws, and you actually draw some black ichor that drips down from one of the tentacle mouths.
Ew.
What, like fling my claws away, like when you touch something dirty at the bottom of the sink, like ugh, ugh. And then I put them away for the martial arts strike, and I just try to punch him because I don't want that black gook on me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And no.
No luck there. Gary, you're up.
Oh, this is a slippery guy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
I aim in to shoot my bow.
Okay.
And I did it wrong, so I have to go cancel and reopen everything.
Nice. There you go. Well, that is a success.
Nice.
All right. Well, Jungle Beast Green, you are up. This guy is on his last leg. He's not doing well.
This again. Oh, there we go. Oh, it works well with this other browser. Boom.
Oh my goodness. You guys managed to take that thing down without taking any damage. It's gone.
Nice.
Orion, tell us how you get the killing blow in on this horrible monster.
I am not happy that my last shot missed. I gotta aim better, and I pull and I just swing as hard as I can, and somehow I connect.
Yes.
Ow! Take that, you weird-looking monster.
It's home run.
All right, well, this creature just dissolves into a pile of goo, which then starts to evaporate away. And you get
Nice.
a ping on your communicators from Zelkar, who says, Rangers, it seems that you've dispatched this enemy very quickly.
Could
Yeah.
I rush over and check on the person that he shriveled up and make sure, like,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
know you said they're a corpse, but I just want to make sure that there's
Mhm.
no way that we could help them.
Yeah, so rush over there, and I'm going to see. I think it's probably going to be a science check on this. Medicine is not a separate medicine check.
I do have...
Actually, under science, the first word for describing it says medicine. So yeah, you're taking a medicine or a science check.
I get automatic edge on medicine checks because of my caretaker perk.
Awesome.
So
Well, then take that edge.
where is medicine? That's in smarts, right?
Yes, it's under science. So it's actually a science check, but you get,
Oh.
because you have a perk with medicine type checks, you're getting edge when you roll the science check.
Okay, well, I actually have nothing in science, so
Okay,
does that...
that just makes it a
edge
flat
just-
d20.
Yeah.
So it gets rid of your snag. So normally in this game, if you don't have any skill points in a skill, you get a snag when rolling it. But if you have snag and edge on the same roll, they cancel out, so you just get a flat d20.
Okay. Well,
All right. Well, so as far as you can tell, this person has had most of their fluids drained and is currently extremely dead. We're not talking like almost dead, where like maybe if, like some kind of strange magician in the forest, while yelling at his wife, inflates your lungs and pushes, maybe you can speak one or two words. No, we're talking total dead.
yeah,
Gary just kind of walks up and looks for a few seconds. And
Claire-
goes, yeah, they're really dead, dude.
Claire,
Wow.
I don't think a juice box is gonna fix this one.
I'll go.
I don't think I read anything in my fanny pack for that.
All right. So Zelkar says, Rangers, I think you should teleport back here because I think we have a lot to talk about.
Can I check the person's body, use their phone, and call emergency services so at least somebody will come get the body?
Oh,
out of
you
the
already
street?
hear siren.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We should go.
Oh, well, I guess I don't
Yeah.
need to call them.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yep.
Yep. I'm outie.
All right, so you guys teleport back using up your second teleport of the day, because when the feathered serpent transported you, that doesn't count because that was its own power.
Right.
So Zelkar in his tube, which we're going to bring back with here we go, is he turns over towards the teleportation pad. Says, "Welcome back, Rangers, and welcome to you, Green Ranger. I'm Zelkar.
Oh, hello, Zelkar.
I am the behind-the-scenes man here. This is an Altarian listening station, and I've been tasked with monitoring the grid crystals, which have disappeared. I figure maybe you want a rundown on what's happening."
Yes, that sounds interesting. Go on, explain.
So, to make a long story short, a intergalactic warlord known as Lord Claw showed up around Earth trying to find the grid crystals that I've been here protecting for tens of thousands of years. And he managed to find them, but the feathered serpent, as you saw, a being that's what you might call a morphological being, scattered them around the world and is only occasionally interacting with us. We're not sure exactly what his nature is, but we have since been trying to locate the grid crystals before Lord Claw can, because while we don't currently know exactly what his plan is, being the intergalactic warlord type, it's probably bad. And you appear to be Rafconian based on my scanners.
Yes, I am.
Well, you might be pleased to know that your people have survived to this day. However, Rafcon has not.
What?
Yes, unfortunately, several years ago, Rafcon was destroyed by Lord Zed.
Oh no.
Yeah, wait, isn't that one guy that fought one team way back when?
Yes,
So
Lord
kill
Zed
Lord Zed.
originally fought the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back in the 90s.
That was a long time ago.
It was thought that he was defeated when Zordon died, but apparently he came back several years ago, and no one knows exactly how, but he was defeated on Earth, but then apparently broke out again, and I currently don't know the disposition of Lord Zed or his forces. However, that's not our current problem. Our current problem is Lord Claw. And so, Orion, I heard your name was over the intercoms. Are you willing to join us in the fight against Lord Claw?
Yes, I'm eager to join.
Well then, there are a few rules you'll have to obey. Rule 1 is that you must keep your identity as a ranger a secret. I understand Rafconians can retract their tentacles. That may be helpful, although it's not vital because, I don't know if you know, but Earth has made first contact with multiple friendly alien races. So, however, alien immigration is largely restricted to New Tech City, so it may raise questions if your tentacles are visible outside of New Tech City. That's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
Other than that, your other rules are that you may not use your powers as a ranger for personal gain. So you may not appear in your ranger form to take money for autographs. You may not use your enhanced abilities in your ranger form to perform better at some kind of job or to impress the ladies. Or the men, I don't know.
Okay.
Things like that. That's not allowed. And also, you may not elevate a battle to a higher damage level unless you're forced to by your opponents. So, for instance, even though a Zord summon would probably quickly dispatch many enemies, the potential damage of having a giant robot rumbling around a city is unacceptable unless necessary. So, you cannot... If an enemy is something easily defeated without morphing, then just try to do it without morphing. If an enemy doesn't need a Zord, don't try to summon your Zord. In fact, the Zords may, in fact, refuse to come if they don't feel like the opponent requires a Zord summon.
Okay. Okay.
And failure to follow these can result in you losing your Ranger status.
Well, that sounds
He's
bad.
not joking there. We've already gone Rune of One.
Yes, we did have a Red Ranger originally.
What
who-
happened?
He attempted to steal gold and then struck one of his teammates for not assisting him. He is now with his manufacturer for repairs.
That sounds like two separate rules being broken.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Remember, the Power Rangers are a team. So, right now, we have a much improved arsenal. David, congratulations on becoming the new Gold Ranger. Orion,
I hope.
welcome
not
to.
let you down.
Thank you. Orion, welcome to the team. If you need, there are multiple sleeping chambers here in the monitoring station. If you need anything from me, you can ask. Then a monkey runs up to you and like tugs on your hand, Ryan.
Well, hello, monkey.
Zelkar says, "This is one of my Greater Mariki assistants. I have small brain chips implanted in them that allow me to temporarily and painlessly take over their nervous system. So in effect, this is me. This is how I interact physically with the world around me when necessary."
Let me ask you a question. Do you know how to high five?
Yes.
All right, let's high five.
All right, so the monkey puts its very, very long arm up, by the way, and offers a high five.
And boom, there we go.
That's where you roll in credits.
He's the first one of us to high five the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, achievement unlocked.
I can't believe I
Monkey
didn't think
fiver.
of that before.
Well, you guys can take turns if you want.
Orion,
Very nice monkey.
would you guys all like to high five the monkey?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is just Zelkar.
Yeah, we're all high fiving the monkey.
I don't
Okay.
see why that matters. I'm high fiving a monkey. Thank you.
Yeah,
Fair
right,
enough.
right.
Achievement unlocked. Achievement
Alright,
unlocked. Achievement
And-
unlocked.
So, Orion, team, it may be time to get to know each other better. So why don't you retire to the chairs, and he turns towards some chairs to his left, to your right, which
Okay.
you might not have noticed, but they're there. They're actually in the 3D file for the command or the listening post.
Nice.
But anyway, this is going to be a time for a little bit of just some role play with a new team member. Bent, if you need some extra Rathconian lore, you can ask me, and I'll provide that if I know it. If I don't, you can just make something up.
Okay.
So, guys, introduce yourselves to Orion, and yeah.
Get my notebook out.
Ryan, huh?
Yes.
Hey, I'm David.
Hi,
Claire.
David.
So,
Hi, Claire.
so you came from space?
Yes. I thought my craft was heading towards the Orion Nebula, but I feel like we may have missed a bit.
You said you were traveling for how many years was your journey to be expected?
It was supposed to be 65 million years.
And how fast were you going? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. I was in stasis for almost the entire time.
Stasis, huh?
It was
I'm-
like a
I'm
really
just-
long nap and very, very refreshing.
I mean, I've met aliens before, but never 65 million year old alien. So
All right,
Oh,
so
it's- Stasis, I'm not really aging much.
I would like everyone to make a check. I just need to double check which skill.
All of them sequentially.
So I'll tell you what. I will let you guys use either Streetwise or Science, depending on which one is better for you.
Mhm.
I'm definitely better at streetwise.
Science.
All right.
What's the difference?
The D or the skill die you have? Honestly.
No, I understand the comment. It's just I have 0 on both of them. So what's the difference?
All right. Well, oh, Jordan. So Jordan, you and Gary, actually do know that there was a attempted Ravkonian invasion of Earth a few years ago, but then instead of actually invading, for some reason, Ravkonians reversed course on that and started helping defend Earth on occasion. Very occasionally, yeah. And they are also now, apparently, a nomadic people. And this is sort of like the Orions from Mass Effect, although they don't have to wear silly suits.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so they and I assume there would be some of them living on Earth. So like
Not
would,
currently, that
not
you know
currently?
of.
Okay.
That we know of. Well, there's currently one now.
Well, yeah. That's kind of interesting. What did you know of any plans of invading Earth? Or I'm Timmy, by the way, and
hi,
I
Timmy.
reached my hand out to shake your hand.
I can do that. Do you know high five? We could high five.
Oh yeah, we can high
All
five.
right. There you go.
Awesome.
High five.
By the way, Gary, you are not aware of any intentional plans to invade Earth from when you set sail.
So Claire is kind of like frantically looking down on her phone while this is happening, and I am downloading and pulling up like a telescope, like amateur stargazing app, to be able to pinpoint where in the sky the Orion Nebula will be that night.
Okay, I actually don't even know if it's going to be up because I forgot what time of year it is.
Well, like at least to get because a lot of those apps will show you if it's behind the horizon.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they
like
will.
relatively where it is.
So basically what I'm saying is, I tell you what, you can just decide what time of year it is and then DM it to me later and make it a time when Orion will be up at a reasonable time for you.
Okay, no, what I'm trying to do is help Orion have something to show Orion that's going to help him orient himself in space. If that makes sense, right?
Well, in that
Like,
case, then all
this
you
is
need
where
is
you were trying to go. This is where we are.
yeah. In that case, all you need is a good sky app. Shows you
Yeah.
current position of like celestial bodies, and then you can just show that to him. And
Yeah.
Orion, your connection to the Morphing grid was actually established before you even accepted the Green Ranger powers, although it would have been withdrawn. But it gave you the ability to understand English in addition to the other languages like Ravkonian.
Wait, we're not all speaking Ravkonian? I guess it would make sense that we aren't, but
Yeah.
Will you
so,
I
teach me
was doing.
Ravkonian? I would love
yeah.
to learn an alien language.
So
yeah,
Claire,
Probably
same,
do that.
actually.
there is a option to gain new languages. It's a perk. So
Okay.
at a certain later point, if you want to take the linguist perk, you may.
Story-wise, though, I'm making Orion tutor me.
Yeah, I can do
Absolutely.
Okay.
And before that, if it's been a long enough time of tutoring, I'll allow you to have some basic proficiency. So like maybe you can take some kind of check and then get like the basic gist of some
Okay.
Ravkonian or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, now Orion, you have a sense of roughly where you are in the universe. You see some stars that you recognize. You also can tell that the stars have shifted around and moved, and it's been the 65 billion years is a reasonable estimate for how long it's been.
Yeah, that Betelgeuse is much bigger than it used to be.
Yes, it is. Okay, so now you know roughly where you are.
It's not really my thing, but I'm happy to find some books at the university library for you if that would be helpful. I'm more of a biology girl.
Like ringing sound, almost like a phone. And Zelkar says, Rangers, we're getting a call from Space Patrol Delta Earth Division.
Oh boy.
Speaking of astronomy,
To be fair, I did request the phone call. But they'll want to speak with Orion. Right?
Hello.
Could you go in front of the center view screen, which is, if you're looking at the stream, it's the bit with the nebula on it.
Okay, sure.
All right, so you stand in front of that, and the nebula picture, which is basically like the background, snaps off, and instead you see a picture of some alien standing there. His blue skin looks like it's scales that are hexagonal in shape, and the basic shape of the head reminds you of nothing more than a dog, but rather than having dog ears, it has these frilled, scalloped ear spikes that remind you of like Art of Fantasy Dragons, and rather than having hair at the back of his head like a human might, instead there are fleshy tendrils, sort of like the quote unquote dreadlocks on the predator from the Predator. And he says, alien, huh? I'm Commander Anubis Kruger, Space Patrol Delta, Earth Division. I'm in charge of alien immigration. Can you explain how you got here?
Yeah, I arrived from a craft that was in space that made a long journey from the Triangulum Galaxy. And we were heading for the Orion Nebula. And it looks like I missed and landed on this lovely planet.
I see. And you're Rafconian, eh?
That is correct.
So, if you left 65 million years ago, then you're not aware of the recent invasion attempt?
I know I've heard a little bit about it in the last few minutes, but I don't know anything about it.
All right. And you were woken up by who?
Well, I feel like these groups of Power Rangers found me
Gary just kind
in
of
my capsule.
nudges into frame, still morph, says, waves
Yeah.
his hand.
Can I
Yes.
pull a full Disney Channel original series, like kid stacking heads behind a door?
You
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes,
So,
these so-called Power Rangers found me.
Commander Kruger says, I see. And then, standing up from behind some large computer monitor that was behind him, you see a blonde, somewhat pudgy man say, Doggy, can we get you over here? And the Commander Kruger turns and says, if I'm on a call, it's Commander Kruger, not Doggy, but yes. Excuse me. He goes over to go look at what he's being shown. He says, all right, send it to my office. I'll deal with that tomorrow. Well, later. And he steps back and gives a little growl. Sorry about that. He pulls the Picard maneuver where he straightens his uniform by pulling down on it at the waist. He says, That's one of our assistants. He was originally in our Ranger program, which we're developing, but well, he flunked out. Anyway, what was your name again, sir?
My name is Ryan, after the nebula I was aiming at.
All right. Well, because you're on Zelkar's team, we're willing to offer you a long-term visa that allows you out of New Tech City. However, I do need you to come to New Tech City to register as a resident extraterrestrial. We'll need to take some biometric readings, get you into our database. This is just in case you decide to someday go rogue, which I don't expect, but
I also don't expect.
it's
But you
still
never
a
know.
legal formality. I have to cover my own ass. You understand?
I do. It's politics, baby. Just like it was on RAFCON a long time ago.
Agreed. So,
Maybe we can come with you and
Field trip.
Field trip.
yeah,
They have
look,
the best barbecue in New Tech City.
the
You guys have
entire
field trips on Earth, right?
look, New Tech City is a city. Anyone's welcome to come in, and most areas of the Space Patrol Delta headquarters are open to the public. You won't be allowed in tech development areas or combat training areas, but you can go into various departments. You can take a tour, and yeah, you're welcome to wander around New Tech City at your will because anyone's allowed to visit. No paperwork, but we do need to register aliens. It's why New Tech City is the only authorized spaceport, because that's the Ellis Island of Earth, interstellar immigration.
Except less like space musicals and stuff, right?
Well,
Mm,
so
I get you.
guys, what that means is basically we're good for this episode. Next episode, we're going to take a trip to New Tech City. where Orion
Yep.
is going to have to register as a resident alien, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen at all, while New Tech City is still working on its Ranger program.
Clearly not.
Yeah, nothing at all will happen in New Tech City. Well, no, I don't prom. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. We are trying to make sure that these happen pretty regularly every other Tuesday, but you know what? Things come up, and sometimes, we skip a week or two. But this was an important episode, and I want to make sure everyone was here, and I'm glad that everyone is. We have a new Ranger. We have a Ranger who's gone from black to gold. So yeah, this was a great episode as far as I'm concerned. I'm really happy that all you guys were here. And Bent, welcome to the cast.
Oh, thank
Welcome
you.
back.
It's great to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm loving Orion so far, so I expect that to just continue. And with that, guys, we're going to get out of here. And here are the end credits, which do need some updating, but, I'm kind of lazy.